Well, I got very emotional when I started listening to you today, and because it was like I got it. Like now I know what you were talking about when you were saying everything. I mean, I just knew what you were talking about, and I got very emotional because I feel free.
Beautiful,
I'm feeling free,
beautiful.
and of course my experience has started recently, and there's an insight that I stumbled into a long time ago, and the insight said that the wound is the place where the light enters you.
Mhm, mhm.
And I was a very wounded person. Um, and it looks like it became true, but what really made the difference is that I think the insight was missing only one thing, that I needed to open the window. I was not opening the wound, and I think finally it started some 2 months ago, maybe, that I started to open the wound, and it's like the light just
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
happened, and the realization that who truly I am, but like I said, not in an intellectual level, but experiential level.
Yes.
But what I'm struggling right now is that sometimes I feel like, am I going crazy? And I almost having panic attacks, and I wish I had somebody that could
Mhm.
now like help me transition to stabilize, get like stable,
Yes, yes,
because
yes.
sometimes I feel like I'm gonna have a panic attack,
Mhm.
and am I going crazy? And I almost panic attack, but I doing qigong, I doing tai chi
Yes.
to calm me down, and of course when I go into nature a lot,
Mm.
uh, but last Friday I was invited to Thanksgiving, and I thought I was gonna have a panic attack. It was very hard to be around people.
Mhm. Yes.
Uh, it was very hard to like wear the false self,
Yes. Yes.
and I actually had to go to the bathroom, and I started crying,
Mm.
like because I was sensing a lot of suffering around me, and uh, and and so I wish I could have like someone that could like help me transition,
Yes.
so I can stabilize in this, and that I'm not going crazy. I just, because it's like the fears that I thought they were keeping me safe, they wanna come back. They
Mhm.
wanna leave. Say no, I gotta keep the fears because that's the way I felt safe.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
but no, they were not keeping me safe. They were scaring me. I'm talking about the toxic fears, and that's it is one of the things helping me when I experience a panic attack. I know that's the false self
Yes.
panicking,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
uh, and then I just say false self, false self, false self. This is false self, and I kind of have been able to, to, stay there, stay
Yes.
center. But
Yes.
I just wanted to share that, and I wanted to say thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yeah. It's shallow. It's okay. No, it's okay. Those panic attacks. Uh, is part of the journey. Um, they're not a big deal. They come and go. At the moment when they're occurring, it feels like it's gonna oh, take you over and flip you. Uh, that's what they're trying to sort of maintain, as you said, the false self. Um, you you always have the help. The help. In a religious term, we say God's help. You always have that is always available to you, meaning the the understanding, the understanding that you're speaking about, understanding that you are not a phenomena, that the body is a phenomena,
Hmm.
And that's also a concept when we say phenomena.
Mm-hmm.
You take a 1-year-old child and tell him, okay, hey, you know what, you know, you have a body. They won't understand what you're talking about.
Mm.
They won't. So it takes years of conditioning for the mind, the brain to sort of understand the concept, form the concept and understand the concept, make some sort of neuronic activity in the brain that makes an image of the body. So it's mind. It is mind. So in fact, you know, our biggest fear is about ending. Oh my God, I'm going to end. What's going to happen to me? I'm going to disappear or go into oblivion. The 1-year-old child, they don't have these thoughts at all. They haven't been conditioned. They don't have the conditioning yet of this bullshit. This is my language.
They don't have the program yet. They don't have the software. They don't have the software yet.
Right. They don't have the BS software. Right. They don't have the BS. So they're like,
software.
They're like, you know, innocent. You know,
just being. Yeah.
Our true nature is like that. Our true nature is this innocence. You see.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a download that is being threatened. You're experiencing a download, and mini download is being threatened, and he wants to fight back. He wants to say, oh, look what's going to happen to you. You are going to disappear. You're going to go crazy if you...
So mine is that I'm going to go crazy. That I'm going to end up in an asylum, you know?
Right.
And that I'm crazy.
You are going to go... You're going to go crazy if what? I mean, what you're going to go crazy is just about scaring you. But what is it that's being scared? It's the false self. Scaring you from what? Scaring you from your own thoughts. So it's within the same factory. There are thoughts that are arising, trying to scare you into scaring in whatever way they're trying to scare you is trying to scare you, and you're gonna go crazy. But what is it that's going to go crazy? What is it to go crazy? What is it that goes crazy? Random thoughts. Oh, wow, this person is crazy. They have random thoughts. But you know, we have random thoughts right now. But we hold on, with all these random thoughts, we hold on to, I am this person, and I've got to hold it together. I'm holding it together. I am holding it together, but there are lots of random thoughts happening, but I'm holding it together. Right? But this me who's holding it together is going to die. So it's already messed up. It's already messed up.
Yeah.
You see, it's already what we're talking about is I am everything. There is no need to hold anything together. God is taking care of gravity, taking care of the sunshine, the sunset, is taking care of the ocean. There is ocean, there is the atmosphere, etc. I'm speaking in religious terms, God. I'm saying there is a universal order that is taking care of everything. It's taking care of your breathing right now. You're breathing, right? The body is breathing.
Yep.
You think the body is breathing because you are keeping it together? No, you're not keeping nothing together, Chalo.
I know.
The body, so there is something much bigger, much bigger than me keeping it together.
Yep. The higher intelligence within.
It's how can you hear these words and understand these words? Understanding. You can imagine understanding. It's magical. You know how hard we are working as a human race to make a robot understand? We've been working for zillions of hours trying to make a robot understand something. They don't understand anything. They just compute, they compute. They don't even understand it. We understand. When I tell you that I'm going to have dinner in 1 hour, you understand what it means. You actually understand what it means. So there is something tremendous about consciousness, which is consciousness understands, you see. But if you just contemplate that, it's bigger than the pyramid. You stand in front of the pyramid, you go, oh my God, how did they lift those rocks? How did they do that? 4,000 years ago. It's nothing. It's a joke. Understanding is taller than the biggest pyramid. It's taller than the Giza pyramid. You see. So coming back to the fear of going crazy. Look, the mind is, you could say, is crazy. It's just a bunch of thoughts. What is the mind but a stream of thoughts? There is no me. There is no personal self that goes crazy. It's just craziness is a concept. It's a concept that believes that there is somebody who is not crazy, and this somebody can go crazy. But where is the somebody? What is the somebody? There's just awareness, perception, sensation, a thought. Maybe there's hunger, maybe feeling of tiredness. We lie down to rest the body. Where is this somebody who's going to go crazy? Where is it? It's like you go to court and you tell the judge, Your Honor, Bill committed a crime. He killed his neighbor. You just says, okay, well, bring Bill, bring him in front of me. And you go, I looked everywhere. I don't find there is anybody named Bill in the village. There is nobody named with that name Bill in the village. So the judge goes, well, you just said that Bill committed the crime. He killed his neighbor. Bring me Bill. Bring him to the court so I can give him a sentence. You say, well, there is no bill. I cannot find a bill. It's the same thing. I'm afraid of going crazy. I'm going to go crazy. But you look around, where is this I that is going to go crazy? You don't find it. There's no I. There is no personal self. There is only awareness, consciousness. And consciousness doesn't go crazy because consciousness is not phenomenal. The only thing that can go crazy is a phenomenal object, a phenomenal form. But that which is non-phenomenal cannot go crazy. It's an attempt to maintain the me story, which you are no longer interested in, but yet there is still a little interest.
Yeah.
You still have a little interest.
Yes.
Because you don't want to go crazy, right?
Yes.
So you have still a little interest in the me, right?
Yes. Yes.
I like me. I like the me that is enlightened, that is understanding, but I don't want to go crazy.
Yes.
So
yeah.
So because we are still interested in the me, we're interested in it.
Very good. Very good one. Yeah. Yes. Very good one. Yeah. There's still that little that doesn't want to let go.
Yes.
Of the mask that I used to interact with people around. Because I like this one.
Yes.
I want it this way. I don't want like going around like.
Yes. You want the good. You want the good, but make sure we don't go crazy. You want to get the understanding, the peace, and so on, but we don't want to go crazy. So you still have a little interest in this me story. To safeguard, you want to safeguard, protect some me.
I gotta say the mask. I want a beautiful mask.
Just in case, right? Just in case, if
Just
Magdi is wrong, I still, at least I still have my mask.
Yeah. So, what is when a person goes crazy? What is it really like going out there? Like, is the false self creating a new identity, different that he feel comfortable with?
Let's say,
Because the one that already is being active is not is very painful to be.
it's just let's say that you have all bunch of thoughts appearing, with sensations. Now you bring a solenoid, and you run a current in the solenoid. Mm-hmm. And now there is a magnetic field around the solenoid. The current that you run through the solenoid is the me story, the belief in me. There is still a me. So I run a current through the, and around around the solenoid, there is a current, a magnetic field. So going crazy is simply, there is a belief in me, and there is a spin of thoughts and sensations. The spin of thoughts and sensations. What's going to happen to me? Oh my God, 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 oh my God. So it's like some sort of hypnotism around a me belief. In this case, the belief is, I'm losing my mind. There is no me. There is no me. There is no my.
And there's no mind. Yeah.
And there is no personal mind. But there is the thought and the sensation, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I wouldn't worry in your case about losing your mind. Why? Because you already have an understanding that you are not the mind. The mind appears to you. You are not your thoughts. The thoughts appear to you. You are not defined by the thoughts which appear to you. Let's say the thought appears to you, there is a dinosaur in my backyard. Right? Okay. You perceive the thought, there is a dinosaur in my backyard. Did anything happen to you? No, you perceive the thought. Is something going to happen to your body? Yes. If you take the body out in the backyard and there is a dinosaur, you're going to make a very quick snack for the dinosaur. Right? So something can happen to your body. Now, does that mean that something is happening to you? What do you say?
No.
Something happens to your arm or something happens to your leg. Did anything happen to you?
No.
I would say if you are identified with the body,
yeah,
then something happened to you.
Yes.
But if you are not identified with the body, well, something happened to the body. There is one less arm. Let's say the body dies.
Nothing happened, yeah.
Well, we know experientially that right now I perceive the sensation of my feet on the ground. I perceive the sensation, right? And I perceive my hand. When I look at my hand, I perceive my hand, right? Now, do I need to perceive my hand, or do I need to perceive the sensation of my feet on the ground in order to be? Let me repeat the question. Do I need to perceive a perception in order to be? Let me put it another way. Does awareness or consciousness need a perception in order to be? You need to look at this question, because if the answer is yes, consciousness needs to perceive a sensation in order to be, then if a sensation dies, consciousness ceases to be. If the body dies, then consciousness ceases to be. But if consciousness, awareness, does not need the body, or does not need a perception, does not need a phenomenal experience in order to be, then phenomenal experience can come and go, bodies can come and go, the world can come and go. Consciousness does not need a phenomenal experience in order to be. So this is an important question for you to investigate. The question is, if you believe that consciousness needs a body-mind experience in order to be, what is the evidence that you have that consciousness requires, needs, must have a phenomenal experience in order to be? What evidence do you have? You need to take a look at that. What evidence? Is it just a belief? Well, if it's a belief, who cares about the belief? I drink a shot of vodka, you'll believe something else. What evidence do you have? If you look at that, you will find that there is no evidence that awareness, meaning the reality which perceives right now, there's no evidence that this reality needs to perceive in order to be. A couple of hints. Okay. There is perception A and perception B. Perception A is, I'm looking at this desk. Perception B, I'm looking at the land. Two different perceptions, right? Claro? Two different perceptions. Do you cease to exist between the two perceptions? You don't cease to exist. Two thoughts. The thought today is Sunday, another thought, next week I'm going to Canada. Two different thoughts. Do you cease to exist between the two thoughts? No. You do not cease to exist between thoughts. You do not cease to exist in the gap between thoughts, in the gap between perceptions. Anyways, coming back to this question. If you come to the conclusion that there is no evidence that I, consciousness, cease to exist when phenomena, or let me put it another way. When you come to a conclusion that there is no evidence that consciousness needs or requires or must have a phenomenal experience in order to be, then you are at a place where you are open to the possibility that the body can come and go. Consciousness does not depend or require the body mind. Ask yourself the following question. Am I the body which I perceive? You have two options, not three, two options. Am I the body that I perceive or that I feel? or am I the consciousness which
Mhm.
perceives?
Mhm.
Which one of the two are you? Make a choice. I would say that I am the consciousness.
Mhm.
I am the reality which perceives. I am not that which is perceived.
Mhm.
Now, some people tell me, well, wait, Magdi, wait. You say there is nothing separate. So therefore, why aren't you also the body that you perceive?
Mhm.
And then I say, okay, I agree. I am also the body that I perceive.
Mhm.
I am also the table that I perceive. I am
Mhm.
also the sun that I perceive. I am
Mhm.
also the wind that I perceive. I am also the universe that I perceive. So yes, I am nothing phenomenal, and
Mhm.
I am everything
Everything is,
phenomenal.
yes, beautiful,
I am
beautiful
not
said, yeah.
this and not that.
Mhm.
I am not this, but not that. I am this and that, or I am neither this nor that.
Mhm.
See?
Yeah, very clear. Yeah.
Yeah, Shalo, send me in the chat your email address so I can email
Okay.
you this conversation. This way, if
Sure.
you want, you can take a look at it again, and it may raise some other questions for you. And
Mhm.
if it raises other
Sure.
questions for you, please, you are welcome to
Mhm.
bring up the questions because we covered a lot of things, maybe quickly.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so there may be a need to bring some clarity to some things that I said as I was
Mhm.
speaking quite quickly.